2, 3, let's switch this up.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and we're going to be talking about Aphrodite. So, Aphrodite is Aphrodite? I think it's Aphrodite. Wait. It's Aphrodite. Anyway, Aphrodite is an ancient Greek goddess associated with love, beauty, pleasure, passion, and procreation. She was also kind of close with the Roman goddess Venus, and Aphrodite's major symbols include roses, doves, sparrows, and swans. She's kind of like a Cupid, but a Greek god, and she's a woman. And Aphrodite was the fairest of them all, basically. Even Disney thought so. She's literally, if you go to the Hercules movie, she's the prettiest out of all the gods. Like, take a look at these other women that are gods. They're nothing compared to Aphrodite. Anywho, Aphrodite was very beautiful. A lot of gods fell in love with her because of her beauty and her outside. And Aphrodite is like still very popular today. Like Katy Perry thinks so.
Make me your Aphrodite.
And like she's like very well known too. As like you can compare someone today, like, oh my gosh, you look exactly like Aphrodite, because she's like the beautifulest. So she also had a festival, like I think a lot of them had festivals, and it was celebrated across Greece, but particularly in Athens and Corinth. So in Athens, Aphrodisia, that's how it was called, was celebrated on the 4th day of the month of Hecatombon, which is an Athenian calendar, in honor of her. Aphrodite's main centers of worship were at Paphos and Amethys on Cyprus, and on the island of Cythera. So where was Aphrodite born? So Aphrodite was born from white foam, according to the Greek poet Hesiod. She was also known as heavenly too. So Aphrodite has many stories, and one of her famous stories was cited with the Trojan War. And obviously that includes with the Trojans. She was there with the battle, protecting Paris and Arenas. So obviously you're probably thinking, well, Aphrodite has like no lover. Like she's just, making out with everyone. That's not true. She did have some people she was in love with, and they loved her back, which were Ares, the god of war, and the Trojan prince, whom she had a famous son called Aeneas. And her most famous lover was a handsome and youthful mortal, of course, called Adonis. And so since she has these lovers, she also had children with Ares too. She had 8 of them. Something interesting that I found of Aphrodite was that she didn't actually choose who she got to marry. Zeus actually married her with Hatshepsut, one of his sons, because he feared that her beauty would cause a war between the gods of her affection, because if you didn't know, Hatshepsut is known as the ugliest god. And also another thing about Aphrodite's birth was that her parent, I don't know, it's a very confusing thing, but it's Uranus. Yeah. When she was born, the white foam that she was being made out of, Uranus' son threw them into the sea. And Aphrodite comes from the Greek word aphros, meaning foam. Another thing that I found is to never mess with Aphrodite and saying that you're more beautiful than her, because apparently an Ethiopian queen called Cassiopeia, she boasted of her beauty, saying she was more beautiful than Aphrodite herself. So Aphrodite and Zeus punished their kingdom, and Zeus had Poseidon release the Ketos, or the Ethiopian Setos or Ketos, and if you're wondering what that is, that's this monster. Yeah. So Aphrodite was actually born from a Titan in the Greek myths, and if you don't know, Titans are bad. They're not good. If you watch the movie Hercules. So Aphrodite is extremely vain, witty, self-absorbed, cunning, jealous, and self-centered. Yeah. She also likes to be recognized as the most beautiful thing in the entire world. Because if you don't recognize that, you know what happened to the Ethiopian queen. Yeah. She's also very protective and very nurturing mother, although she did have favorites. Her favorite was Eros. And she can be very mean when she's angry. And she definitely wants to be known as she's like recognized to herself, because we can see that through this.
Looking good. Nice dress.
Did you see her face? Literally. Hades just said that dresses were nice. Nice. Nice is not in her vocabulary. It's not good enough for her. According to Google and Wikipedia, she weighed 380 pounds. Although she was a myth, you can still know how much she weighed, for reference. So that concludes my information for Aphrodite. Thank you for watching. Bye.